I've done some home improvement items on the Vanadium, and I've done some life improvements on myself. And I'll talk about that in this episode of UTADV. I am out on the shift. At least that's what I call it. I call it the shift because of what it's been able to facilitate for me out here. Technically, it's called the Red Cliffs Desert Preserve. It's preserved for the desert tortoise, which is indigenous to this area out here. And the sad part about that is, just to the south of me here, it's soon going to be all torn up and excavated for a new, what they call the Northern Corridor, to alleviate traffic downtown St. George. The price we must pay, I guess, for expansion in a place that just really doesn't have any room for expansion. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. A couple of items. Let me signpost this. First off, I have a tent wall system for the overland vehicle systems awning on the Vanadium that's made that will make a great difference in our camping together. I've added a couple of steps for me to get up onto the top of the Vanadium, and then let's see, what was the third one? Oh, the Molly panel that is on the driver's side passenger door that's enabled me to shift some stuff around. But before I get to that stuff, I want to talk about my personal shift for just a minute, if you allow me to go there and be a little bit vulnerable at this point. If you've been following along UTADV, you know I've had a couple of struggles. I am dealing with a stage 4 mantle cell lymphoma that is incurable. And I found myself on the road as well. And just Jack and I've gone solo for a while. And in that solo flight, I've met some remarkable people along the way, many of which have helped me out. One in particular, and we go back a few years as colleagues, but then we've since come back together again, and in a much deeper, more devoted, dedicated kind of way. And she is a big part of the reason why I'm still able to sit here today and talk to you, and why I am, after 5 years of remission, still in remission with this lymphoma that I have. Her name is Julia, and she is a nature-based soul recovery guide. And she's had her hands full with me, but I've made a lot of progress. A lot of that progress was starting to become surmised when I spent 2 weeks out on the San Rafael Swell. And now that I've been coming here to the shift, which is right nearby where I live with Julia, I've been able to start putting things into motion. And so this is a pretty significant place for me. I have done a lot of photography out here. The Elephant Arch is right over yonder that way, along the Red Cliffs over there. The Pine Valley Mountain behind me is the world's largest laccolith. There's the Ice House Trail over this way, and then Mustang Pass kind of behind me over off my right-hand side. And I've had a lot of fun and a lot of soul searching, exploring this area with Jack and taking some photographs along the way. Julia is a bilateral above-the-knee amputee. And so she has some incredible life experience there to draw from in order to go through and be a benefit to the people who seek her out. She lost her legs when she slipped underneath a fully loaded rear dump truck, an 18-wheel dump truck that ran over her. And so, as you can imagine, has had an enormous amount of suffering and of questioning and life's grief and that kind of thing to overcome to get to the point where she's at today. What's really cool about us getting together, well, a lot of things are really cool about it, but one thing in particular is we've been able to kind of unlock the land in a way for her to be able to get out and hike it. While Julia has her prosthetics, they're not very comfortable and they don't do anything really on uneven terrain. So otherwise she's in her sport chair, and then when she's not and we're hiking, she's doing what we call bum hiking. And we figured out a new way for her to kind of perambulate and get down on the trail and go and get a connection to earth. And we're looking forward to doing a lot more of that here in the travels and the adventures with the Vanadium. So to accommodate that, I've made some changes in the Vanadium. One is Julia's bed now is the driver's seat, and the driver's seat reclines all the way back. And then I found a wedge, a foam wedge that fits into the seam where the backrest goes to the seat rest, and then makes that, or kind of evens out that plane. And then we have a short sleeping pad that goes on top of that, and then she has her own down system that she curls into, and it really works out quite well. So while it might be hard to imagine two adults sleeping in the Vanadium, especially without the e-camper, this is how we do it, because Julia's size accommodates that. And we still have Jack with us there as well. A second modification I did, it was just a simple bolster that I've attached to the dashboard on the passenger side for Julia, because when we come to a stop, if I'm going to go in shopping or something that way, or whatever the case might be, if we're going to have a picnic or whatever, she can rotate around on her passenger seat and lean up against that bolster and find a new comfortable position for her. So there's that part. And the last thing the last addition I've made to the Vanadium is simply a platform that hooks onto the 2-inch receiver in the back of the Vanadium to haul her wheelchair, so we can still kind of keep the room inside the Vanadium to pack our other stuff. So that's the life improvement going on so far with me, and we're getting ready to hit the road, leaving Southern Utah and heading back up to the Pacific Northwest for a little bit. So it's become increasingly clear that we need a little bit more room. So I finally opted to purchase Overland Vehicle Systems walls that go on to their 180-degree pneumatic LTE awning. And we set it up and checked it out, and it's going to work out really, really well, providing privacy and shelter from the weather, and a lot more room to enjoy camping and enjoy what the Vanadium is able to offer. And we can open it up and see outside and open the door, which is also wheelchair accessible, by the way. And then we can shut it down and be protected there. And I think with guy lines and strong, sturdy stakes that it comes with, it'll give us a shelter that we need. And we'll put it to the test, because we're going to be going up and down the western coast of the United States here. So where we will be in windy conditions. So we'll see how that works. But man, we're sure enjoying the amount of room then that affords us outside of the Vanadium. Some living area that's not quite so exposed, and some privacy there. Jack loves it too. Another real simple addition I made was just putting some fold-out steps on the hinge of the rear opening doors there. And there's a spot there where they will screw right in with a little bit of modification, but it enables me to go through and get up over the roof rack and over the Apache cases to be able to clean off the solar panel that's up there. And that's pretty important to do, because if that's not clean, it's not efficient. I sourced a Molly panel from HRG Off-Road, and I installed that on the left-hand side, the driver's side passenger door window. And there I can put the stuff that I need to grab as I'm getting out of the vehicle. Inevitably, you're going to have some questions. Please feel free to post those in the comments here. And as you know, if you've been a subscriber, I will get back to you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We could use all the support we can get out here. 2 plugs that I want to make here. The first one is Julia's website for her soul recovery, her nature-based soul recovery. And it's basically juliafrainer.com. And if you go there, you can see what she offers. And she is currently going through shamanic certification. She's also a certified Reiki provider as well. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky that way. And truly is a remarkable person. She's a healer, and one of the reasons why I'm here with you. The second thing I wanted to plug was, while the YouTube channel's been great, it's still not providing or generating the income, any kind of income, as much as I wanted to monetize that. So I've decided to go into the business of selling my own photography, and I have created a website for that. It's called Film Plane Peaks. And on that website, you can see where I am printing and selling postcards, postcard collections. I am selling note cards, larger prints, 24 by 36 prints, and then I'm also selling my books on that site too, the books that I've written that have been published too. So if you would like to find some of the photography that you've seen over the years here on UTADV, you can find it there, and you can source it from $20 up to $290, I think. All right, I think that'll do it. Please join us as we continue along, and now as we have some new kinds of adventure to talk about, looking at what's accessible these days, looking at how to make more things accessible as well. It's just been amazing here. So thanks for joining us, and we'll look for you here next time on UTADV.